everybody else that say that they her best friend, they is not her best friend. They are there for an opportunity. They are using her for an opportunity. And the moment that they can get their opportunity, they're no longer going to be around her because they have their opportunity.
They were using her as an opportunity, and the moment they secured what they wanted, they would no longer have any reason to stay. That was the unsettling thought echoing through the situation. An idea that seemed to gain more weight with every new revelation. Just when it seemed that the drama between Claressa Shields and Papoose had reached its peak, a shocking new development turned everything upside down. Claressa's own cousin stepped forward with claims so unexpected that they threatened to completely reshape the narrative. According to individuals close to the family, this was far more than idle gossip or exaggerated rumors. Instead, it pointed to something deeper, something potentially troubling that had remained hidden from public view. The cousin's allegations suggested that Papoose may have been taking advantage of Claressa in ways that were not immediately visible to outsiders. These claims ignited a wave of tension that spread rapidly through the family. What had once been private concerns quickly escalated into intense, emotionally charged conflicts. Family members found themselves divided, torn between loyalty to Claressa and uncertainty about the truth behind the accusations. Every interaction seemed to carry new weight. Conversations that would have once been routine became heated debates. Even small gestures or passing remarks appeared to escalate tensions further, fueling an already volatile situation. What began as a dispute centered on trust and betrayal quickly evolved into something much larger. A conflict layered with secrets, accusations, and emotional confrontations that felt on the verge of exploding at any moment. Then came even more startling details. The cousin continued to speak out, revealing information that reportedly caught Claressa herself off guard. This was no longer just another controversy circulating in whispers. It had grown into a full-blown storm. The situation became unpredictable, intense, and impossible to ignore. It was clear to everyone watching that the story was far from over, and that its next chapter could completely redefine public perception of both Claressa and Papoose. The morning after the cousin's bombshell revelation, the tension did not subside. Instead, it intensified. The emotional weight of the situation seemed to spread through every corner of the family and beyond. Claressa was reportedly overwhelmed, spending hours replaying conversations and analyzing every detail in her mind. The accusations struck deeply, bringing a mix of anger, disbelief, and heartbreak all at once. Sources close to her claimed she quietly expressed feelings of betrayal, reflecting on the trust she had placed in Papoose. Determined to make sense of everything, she began going through messages, financial records, and past interactions, searching for clarity. Those around her attempted to offer support, but the magnitude of the situation made it difficult for her to find any sense of calm. Meanwhile, Papoose was said to be handling the situation with calculated precision. According to insiders, he was fully aware of how damaging the cousin's claims could become. Rather than confronting the accusations head-on, he reportedly began reaching out to mutual connections, family members, friends, and allies, subtly influencing how the story was being perceived. His approach appeared deliberate, carefully shaping opinions without engaging in direct conflict. Observers noted that his demeanor remained composed, almost strategic. Every word, every interaction seemed measured, as though he was working to maintain control of the narrative. Some insiders suggested that he even framed Claressa's reactions in a way that made her appear overly emotional, further complicating how others interpreted the situation. The fallout within the family was immediate and intense. Conversations that had once been casual quickly turned into arguments. Some relatives stood firmly by Claressa, expressing outrage at the idea that she could have been manipulated. Others were more hesitant, unsure of what to believe. A few were reportedly influenced by Papoose's calm and calculated approach, which led them to question the cousin's credibility. Group chats became battlegrounds, filled with accusations, defenses, and escalating tension. Even friends outside the immediate family circle found themselves drawn into the conflict. Opinions were formed quickly, and loyalties became increasingly apparent. At one point, the situation reportedly escalated into a direct confrontation between Claressa and Papoose. Witnesses described the moment as intense and emotionally charged. Claressa, overwhelmed with frustration and hurt, demanded answers, questioning whether she had been used. Her emotions were raw and visible, reflecting the depth of her pain. Papoose, on the other hand, remained calm. According to those present, his response was measured, suggesting that he was simply revealing truths that had always been there. The contrast between their reactions only added to the tension, leaving observers unsure of what to believe. As the situation continued to unfold, the cousin reportedly added even more fuel to the fire. New details emerged, pointing to patterns in Papoose's behavior that had previously gone unnoticed. These included claims about financial decisions, personal dynamics, and public appearances that may have been influenced in subtle but significant ways. Each new revelation forced family members to reassess what they thought they knew. Events that once seemed ordinary were now being viewed through a different lens. The sense of uncertainty grew stronger, making it increasingly difficult for anyone to feel confident about the truth. Outside the family, the tension was just as palpable. Friends and acquaintances were drawn into ongoing debates, with conversations often turning into heated discussions about loyalty, trust, and manipulation. Even casual remarks were scrutinized, as people tried to determine where others stood. Despite feeling overwhelmed, Claressa reportedly became more determined. She began documenting everything, saving messages, reviewing records, and carefully analyzing past interactions. Her focus shifted toward protecting herself and regaining control over her narrative. At the same time, Papoose's composed demeanor continued to stand in stark contrast. Insiders suggested that he was quietly observing the chaos, carefully planning his next moves while allowing the situation to unfold around him. As days passed, the emotional toll became even more apparent. Claressa was described as exhausted, struggling to process everything while dealing with the constant pressure of the unfolding drama. Sleep reportedly became difficult, as her mind remained consumed by questions and doubts. The family divide deepened further. Some members openly supported Claressa, emphasizing her loyalty and trust. Others questioned whether the cousin's claims might have been exaggerated. The lack of clear answers only intensified the conflict, leaving everyone on edge. Attempts to mediate often made things worse. Conversations meant to bring resolution quickly turned into arguments, pulling even neutral parties into the conflict. The atmosphere became so tense that even routine interactions carried the risk of sparking another confrontation. Through it all, the cousin continued to speak out, reinforcing earlier claims and introducing new ones. Each statement added another layer of complexity to an already complicated situation. What made everything more difficult was the constant shift in alliances. Trust seemed fragile, easily broken by new information or changing perspectives. The emotional stakes remained high, and no one involved appeared untouched by the fallout. As the drama extended beyond the immediate circle, it began to capture wider attention. Observers followed every development closely, analyzing each claim and forming their own conclusions. The story became a topic of constant discussion, with speculation growing as new details emerged. Claressa, however, remained focused. Despite the chaos, she appeared determined to stand her ground, protect her reputation, and find clarity in the midst of confusion. Her resolve became one of the few constants in an otherwise unpredictable situation. Papoose, meanwhile, continued to navigate the situation with a sense of control that only added to the uncertainty. His calm approach left many questioning his intentions, as well as the true nature of the situation. By this point, it was clear that the fallout would not be resolved quickly. Insiders suggested that the impact of these revelations could linger for weeks or even months. The questions surrounding trust, manipulation, and truth remained unanswered, hanging over everyone involved. For those watching from the outside, the situation felt far from finished. Each new development hinted at even more to come, ensuring that the story would continue to evolve in unexpected ways. In the end, one thing was certain: nothing about this situation was simple. It was layered, emotional, and deeply complex. And as the story continued to unfold, it became increasingly clear that its final chapter had yet to be written.